Hey everyone, it's Lainey. Welcome back, and welcome if you're new. I am going to be making a card with Concord and 9th exclamation dies, and I pulled some cardstock as well. I've got a glitter cardstock, which is from the Glitzy Metallics paper stack from Joann Fabrics. And I really like this because it's pretty smooth. Some glitter papers it's very textured and raised. This one isn't. And I've pulled some of my scraps. So we've got, let me see if I can remember this. We've got Nectar, Grapefruit, Honeysuckle, Sea Glass, Tide Pool, and Pink Lemonade. So lots of really pretty and fun colors there. And what I'm going to be using out of this little set today is the exclamation die, along with the center here, You Did It. And what I'm doing for like these larger sets, what I use to store my finished cards in, I've been using them for die holders like this, and also you can see that I'm storing my scrap paper in these as well. Bringing in my mini die cutting machine, and I want to cut the exclamation point out 6 times in each of those colors, and then for the shadow layer I want to cut it out in the silver. So I have lots of cutting to do because I've got to run this through essentially 12 times, 6 times with the glitter and 6 times with the colored cardstock I've pulled. So let's go ahead and see if this one works. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and grab some washi tape just to secure that down because there is a little cut in the cardstock there, and I don't want my die to move and have that little slit in the exclamation point, because that's going to be on the front of the card. Okay. So let's see here. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit both of them. Okay, nope. And make sure my plates are the right way. All right, now I'm just going to get to cutting. I now have all my pieces cut out, and as you can see, the exclamation point is cut out in 2 different pieces, and then the other ones here are solid. My panel is measuring at 4 by 5 1/4, so it is a little less than an A2 size, which will provide a little bit of a margin when we attach this to the card base. And first thing is to glue. So I'm going to just work by color. Uh-oh, already making this crooked. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to just work by color. Let's go ahead and spread those out. And I guess I'll just start with the bottom. And then get the circles attached and then work on the larger pieces there. And I did not cut out the You Did It yet because I'm not sure if I want to cut it out in white or in the silver again, or even maybe you know, do a tone on tone, because this text I want to put on one of the exclamation points. So I'm just not sure. So we'll save that for last. Okay, so now bringing in my panel that's already cut down. And now I just need to kind of just position them. I know that I want one complete exclamation point being shown because I want the text to be on it. You can kind of visualize where I'm going a little bit. Let me go ahead and zoom in a bit. So just trying to figure out placement here. And behind the scenes, I've really been working on repetition. So we are repeating this element to really emphasize you did it, you know, the exclamation point. And I'm really liking the repetitiveness that I've been trying to do on some cards that I will remake. I will remake some of them for the channel. Let's see here. Something like that. So we've got 2 full exclamation points there. I think I like that placement. I am going to have to be attentive of the spacing of the ones on the outside, because I want that white space to be as even as possible. So I'm going to start with this one here. Because this is going to be the focal point, because it's going to have the statement on it. Okay. And I'll just work in rows, I guess. And whatever glue doesn't make it to the panel will dry and kind of get on my glass mat, but I can always clean that off after. So paying attention to spacing and alignment, and pressing that down to make it, or to help it get adhered. This the glitter cardstock, it's just a different material, so it doesn't play the best with the liquid glue, so it just needs a little help. So we've got another full exclamation point. Make sure it's straight. This is really just the tricky part here, is just placement. But I think I'm doing okay so far, knock on wood. All the materials and supplies that I'm using today, I will provide in the description box, along with my 2 different Instagram accounts. If you have an Instagram, go ahead and follow me on those platforms. I don't mention that enough. Let's see. It's these positions. I'm not sure. No, oh, I like how this is kind of in line with each other, so I think that that's going to be a great placement there. Okay, and the last one. Okay, so I'm going to just turn that over while the remaining glue dries. And I'm going to go ahead and put the pin in my glue, and I'm going to clean my glass mat off so I can bring in other supplies and finish the card up. So I want this to dry before I use my scissors or put it in the paper trimmer, because I don't want glue to get on my blades. So I'm just going to keep this to the side, like I said, while it dries. But let me figure out what I want to cut this out in. So I pulled the white, and we've got the silver. I I just don't know what's going to look better, because the white and the silver are both going to stand out, but I don't know. Part of me feels like I need to cut it in white just to bring out that color a bit more. Okay, I think I'm going to cut it out in white, and then if I don't like it, I can always just cut it out in the silver. All right, and this is 110 pound cardstock. That is the only white that I use is 110. So my panels, my card bases, and this is 110. But honestly, when I am holding like my Concord and 9th paper, let me get one and show you. This seems so much thicker than this. So, you know, it says 110 on the packaging, but for some reason, I just feel like I never truly got 110 pound, because this is just so much thicker. So I just don't know. But now we've got our little text here. I can get it off my cutting plate. Just keep it to the side so it doesn't get lost. All right, the glue is pretty much dried up now. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer here and turning my panel over so I can see the back side of everything, lining it up the best that I can, and trimming off those excess pieces there. And it is quite thick to get through, but I feel like my paper trimmer will do a better job than I can with a pair of scissors. Okay, and there we have it. A really fun panel with the principle of repetition and a really complimentary color palette. I almost pulled Ballet Slipper instead of Pink Lemonade. I'm not sure if I'm regretting that or not, but overall, I like how it's looking. And some of these extra pieces, I just thought of something. So I'm gonna keep these right here so I don't forget. Alrighty, let's go ahead and attach our panel to our card base. But first I wanna prop it up. I'm going to go ahead and magnetize this down to avoid shifting. And let's remove the backers. And the panel is the card base is A2 size. I don't know if I called the card base a panel a minute ago, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay, excuse the head if it's in the way. I'm trying to get this placed. I think that is a pretty good spot. Getting that pressed down. Perfect. Okay. So we need to bring in some tweezers so I can hold each letter. And maybe I should place the letters down first to get a visual of the placement. I think that'll be smart. And I could have them kind of offset and, you know, have them a little more playful by presenting them that way. But I really want to try to get them straight. So what I'm going to do is start with the O. And let's get some glue. And this is basically going to be my middle. And hopefully the placement of this helps me get everything else aligned here. So very carefully. Let's go ahead and just work on the rest of the U. And I'm just kind of having a little glue come out and then spreading it with the precision tip so I don't have too much glue on there, but that one does have a little too much glue. Just going to take the poker part of this and remove that excess glue there for a cleaner look. And so the last little piece here is the dot to the exclamation point. There we go. I'm loving it. So I want to add some embellishments, of course, and then I will bring in these and see kind of what I was thinking in my head is going to work. I have these little dewdrops here, and someone asked, I'm not sure if I responded to that comment or not. I try to respond to everyone, but sometimes they get lost, and yeah. Anyways, this is from a diamond art pack. So it was Harry Potter diamond art stickers, and so this came with that. But if you want something like this, just search like diamond art tray, and that's essentially what it is. And of course I just made a mess. All the smaller ones just kind of fell out of the, or didn't make the tray. Alrighty, so let's kind of play with these. Let's add some in the middle. Because it's more heavy, I feel like visually it's more heavy on the right side because we have added the text. So using the dewdrops to just try to balance everything out. And the small ones are my favorite. Should I add any to the white space? I don't know, but I like how these are looking, so let's make these permanent. I don't know if we should add one to the white space or not. Let me just grab one and see. I think I'm gonna leave it alone. It does look okay. I kind of want to put it there. Oh heck, let's just put it there. So that is the card. Loving the colors. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments down below. Would you have went with the white, or would you have went with silver, or even like a tone on tone? Layering it. There's so many options for the text. But now let's open up our panel and see if, I didn't know how this was going to look, but basically kind of like it's being carried on, but that would not be, it would be cute if I had like a little one, but I don't. Yeah, no, I'm not liking it, but if I had like a smaller one, I think that would be really cute to add to the inside of the card. Okay guys, principle of repetition. If you haven't tried it, give it a try, and check the description box below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's card video, and I'll see you in the next card or craft. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot. See you in the next one. Bye everyone.